what to say. This is my best friend in the world. This is my mentor, and we've been touring on and off forever, and he just happens to be the best fucking comedian in the world, too. So, without further ado, you guys see his multiple specials on Netflix. You've seen him on HBO, Conan, and F is for Families coming back for another season on Netflix. Put your hands together right now for my boy, Bill Burr. I really appreciate it, especially all the strong, brave women who came out here. It's so much more difficult for women to come and pick up tickets and go to an arena. And men really needs to listen to women about how difficult their lives are. Jesus fucking Christ. What are they complaining about today? Oh my God. I hear one more white woman bitching about what it's like to live in the United States of America. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't some issues. Do you have any idea what it's like to be me? Well, I would imagine it's slightly less awesome than my life. Slightly. What's the matter? Did somebody not chill your rosé today? What happened? Did the trolley break down at the mall? What happened? Abigail? You don't understand. You don't understand what it's like to be blonde and white and have a vagina. It's so hard. Okay? Let me tell you something. You bald-headed fuck. Why don't you walk a mile in my red-bottom shoes before you fucking judge? Evidently, there was a big election yesterday. Everyone was talking about that. I saw that on the news. They're like, the Democrats took the House. I was like, oh my God, what does that mean? I have to look it up every time. I finally just quit. I don't fucking know. What is that?
They can rebuke, and then they can veto, and then they can... There's a power shift, and they're gonna... And the delegates with the...
I don't know how anybody watches it. Yeah. Acting like it's affecting your life. It's just, you know... Hey, you're just a little pebble rolling down the fucking street. It's all you are. Just... Can you believe the Republican in Iowa? It's not going to affect your life. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to have a sandwich tomorrow. The sun's going to be shining. All right? This isn't about you. This is about super rich people that like to put on masks and fuck each other under mountains. This is who this is for. This is not for you. You're above ground. You're above ground. You shop at the Gap. You follow sports. That's what you do. Don't get yourself all fucking worked up. Having some asshole move in next to you, that's gonna affect your life more. You know? Doesn't return your rake, listens to his music too loud. That's gonna be way more annoying than whatever the fuck happened yesterday, which I will never understand. I don't know what happened. But thank God there's celebrities to explain it to me. Tomorrow is really important. You understand how important it is? How fucking dumb was that? That celebrities go out there and they think only Democrats can hear what they're saying. It's like you're at war with Japan, and your feed is going to Japan, going, tomorrow we're gonna have a sneak attack on Japan, and we need everybody to show up and fight. It's like, what do you think they're gonna do? The guy drove me over from the airport. Like, I'm fucking going all red tomorrow. Don't know, just fucking doing that. Why don't you vote for the best guy? Because he's just wearing the wrong color tie. Don't you pay attention? No, I don't know. It's a different time. I've never felt so fucking old in my life. Like I don't really understand like what's going on. For some reason, women who are never going to be asked to be cheerleaders are upset with cheerleading. It's like, relax, you're too ugly to be asked. Yeah. They have to starve themselves. Shut up. It's called being disciplined. Yeah. They're beautiful. They want people who want to look at them. You're not. Get in the stands with the rest of us. You get up there, you put a hat on. Put a fucking coat on. You gotta keep eating bread. You put your coat on, and you get the fuck back up in the stands. Anyways, no, but it is, no, it's a different time. It's over for guys. It really is. I'm just fucking around. I know someone's gonna take this seriously and then blog about it and start a hashtag and it's gonna be really important. But, no, admittedly, I am a caveman and, you know, time has passed me by. Like, it's really over for men. Do you realize in September alone, Burr died and a woman did play-by-play on Monday Night Football. I mean, it is a wrap. It's fucking over. First of all, there's never gonna be another guy like Burr Reynolds. It just won't. No one will allow a man to have that much fun again. Walking around with a mustache, a fucking medallion, banging whores in a pool, right? You can't do that anymore. I'll tell you though, there should have been some sort of warning. You know, when I sat down to watch that Monday night game, okay? I'm not against women doing it, but you gotta give me a heads up, right? I was so excited. Put my kid to bed, my wife was upstairs watching The Real Housewives of Who Gives a Fuck, and I'm downstairs. I got a nice ice cold beer, I'm sitting down, I'm like, first Monday night game of the year, I'm watching every fucking game, and then all of a sudden it was just like, dude, literally my bottom lip started like quivering. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Jesus Christ, they got this too? You can't get away from it. Literally can't get away from it. They're in cigar bars. They're in titty bars. They're in the men's bathroom. It's like you can't just fuck off for 3 hours and let me just watch a game. A stupid game watching men get brain damage. You just can't let me do that. You just have to fucking squat right down in the middle of it. Oh my God. Listen, I know eventually I'll get used to it. Because I remember when women were first on the sideline, I was a big fucking baby about it. I was like, use a guy's word, it should be you. And now I don't even notice when they talk to me, you know? So eventually, I'm sure I will get used to a female voice telling me what is happening on the gridiron. But, you know, I just hate the social pressure that I have to act like I was happy that it happened. You know? It was wonderful. I mean, I have always enjoyed professional football, but felt something was missing. The sound of a screeching hawk coming in. Every 7 seconds. That was what was missing. Did I say it right? Do I still have a job? Can I go to work tomorrow? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a fucking baby about it. I hit the mute button. I hit mute. Then after a while, I turned the channel. I'm like, she's not getting credit for my ratings. Fuck this. No. That's a challenge. It is. Women love sports just like men do. I mean, look how women support the WNBA. I mean, every game. There's got to be 50, 60 of them just going crazy. Shouting to each other from the other side of the arena, "Oh my God, Maggie, I didn't know you were coming!" This is the exact type of privileged behavior that we're trying to get out of the zeitgeist. I didn't want any of those words to be. I had not heard of white privilege since the first time I really heard that was last election. It's the first time I heard white privilege, you know? I was too busy being white, you know? Just walking around doing white shit, having a great time being a fucking whitey, right? Walking into white shit, hey, a fucking white guy, hey, how are you? What's up, fellow pasty people? What awesome thing do we get to do today, right? So all of a sudden, I just kept hearing that on the news, you know, all these white males with their white privilege or the white privilege. So I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So what I did was is I asked one of my non-white friends, my non-whites, you know what I mean? I couldn't ask another white guy because, you know, he's not gonna know. You know, oh, they're just fucking jealous now. You know. You know those people, why are they terrorist groups? Because they don't like our cheese in our movies. It's probably a little more complex than that, wouldn't you say? Dug a little deeper. What are you, a fucking socialist? Don't you love how you can't discuss anything in this country anymore? Jesus Christ, you knew the second Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem, you knew how quickly was that gonna go off the fucking rails. He's just like, okay, this is about police brutality. He's protesting the way police treat his people and the ongoing murders of his people within 2 seconds. My brother's fighting over it! It's like, buddy, nobody is saying your brother isn't over Iraq. Okay? Nobody's disputing that. This is a different argument. This is about police brutality. No, my brother's a firefighter. He wasn't okay. Nobody is saying your brother isn't a firefighter. Sir, you're not listening. This is about police. I got a post for my heel. I still fucking scared of it. Sir, no one's saying he can't go see a podiatrist. Nobody's saying that. What we're saying here, this is about, this doesn't pertain to you. I love when white people offer black people solutions. Just do what they say. Like black people are like, oh, I never thought of that. We are doing what they say, and we still get the shit kicked out of us. That's what this is about. So anyways, these little fucking things up here. Jesus Christ, you would have thought somebody would have swept up tonight, huh? What happened? Maybe it was a woman with a broom, and she had to work so hard to get here. She was only making half as much, and this is her protest. Is she kneeling over in the corner with the mop? Just to let you know, I support you, sweetheart, and everything that it is that you do. I know, I'm a dick. It's what I do. It's my gimmick. When I'm in Los Angeles, I am pro-guns. When I go to Oklahoma, I'm against them. That's just what I do. It's just fun. It's fun to be an asshole. Like, I was in Oklahoma, I was teasing them. You know, like whenever they start talking about making gun laws more stricter. I love when those redneck guys get all fucking, they flip out. I was like, you want my guns? You want my guns? Come get it. That's what I said. You want my guns? You fucking come and get it. Come on, get it. It's like, buddy, do you realize the level of technology out there? You're going to take on a whole government. How many of those guns can you shoot at the same fucking time? Like, you're going to take on a whole government? They don't even need to shoot a gun. They'll just fucking, they'll take some nerd in Arizona, fly a drone down your chimney. You're just sitting there eating Frito dip with your dog. I think you're gonna get a yard. I'd like to see. That'll be it. Slump down on the floor. Look up, the last thing you see is blurry vision of your dog licking up the last of your dip. That'll be it. That'll be the end of it. You want... I say come again. That's what the fuck I say. Come again. You know, you get all cocky when you live in the middle of nowhere, walking underwear in the front yard. It's my picture, it's my fucking parcel. Right, take a fucking shit right here. Talk all kinds of shit in the middle of nowhere, right? You gotta have manners when you're in the city. You get on the subway, you have no idea who you're fucking riding with. You know? Literally, could be somebody just killed 3 people, no fucking clue. Just standing right next to you, staring at you. You gotta have manners. Sit, get out in the country, get wild. Anyway, so I asked, I feel like I'm ignoring this side. This is just such a Anyways, so I asked my non-white what white privilege meant. What does that mean? He goes, well, it just means that shit is, you know, it's set up for you. You know, you show up, people are having you came. I was like, you know what, that's right. That's everything. I go to Six Flags, just big grins. Hey! Get in there! You got any more like you? Bring them in, give me some passes. Get on those rides, you white son of a bitch! We made it for you! I can talk my way out of a ticket. Get out of here, you kook! I move into a neighborhood, nobody's disappointed. They're like, they gotta start to pack their bags. What is it? What is it? Ah, it's a white guy! I think it's a fucking butt cake. It's over! Yeah, so yeah, I understand that. When you get to move through society, it's just easier. Which, I wouldn't argue that. However, some of my friends, they like to play this game called If I Was Bill. Right? All my non-white friends. Okay? And what's amazing is the level of success that they have the second they become me. It's astounding. All of a sudden, they have hotel chains, they're flying the space shuttle. Right? They're going to fucking Miami for their penthouse. You know, everybody steps up to the plate as a white guy and just goes fucking yard. You know? Nobody comes up as a white dude and hits a dribbler back to the pitcher to end the inning. Nobody goes down looking. Everybody makes it to a yacht, talking to a Kennedy, knowing who the next 9 presidents are going to be. Right? They get to the shapeshifter, like lizard level of white people. You know, nobody ever just says, you know, Phil, if I was you, I'd probably just be some regular old white guy, you know, working down the Home Depot, knocked up some chick in the lumber yard. We don't love each other, but we're hanging in there for the kid. You know, she's 12, 6 more years. She's out of the house. We're trying to find love. Everybody fucking crushes it. Listen, I'm all for positive thinking, but you know, as things become fairer in this progressive era, I'm just a little favor here to all the non-whiteys in here. Just dial down your white guy fantasy a little bit, okay? Because I don't want you to be disappointed when it all levels up. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just when you walk out of here tonight, just watch the cars going by. How many Toyota Camrys do you have to see before you realize most people's dreams don't come true? Nobody laid in bed as an 8-year-old with a poster of a supermodel, Bruce Lee, in a 1993 Toyota Camry, overcast gray with matching seats. Oh, can I get the 4 cylinders so when I turn on the AC, it goes, as we go up and over that hill at the top of my driveway that I share with my neighbor who may or may not be cooking meth? Can I get that? I want the white dude experience. Just make sure you're really specific. Alright? Because I got a good heart, man. I want you to make it to the yacht. Alright? I don't want you to end up being that white dude that lives in the middle of nowhere. You know, they can light his tap water on fire. You know, those guys, they got that flow, it's all brown. There's some town meeting. Talking to the corporation, go, look at that! That came right out of my tap! Let me ask you something. I'm supposed to drink this? I'm supposed to bathe in it? Wash my dog's paws off after the rain in it? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Let me ask you something, buddy. Let me ask you something. Would you drink this? Would you drink it? And there's always some corporate guy. Absolutely. I mean, that was just scrumptious. Mouth of water. And there's like, look at, well, come on over here and take yourself a big old fucking swig. I dare you. I fucking double dare you. The corporate guy's always like, unfortunately, the helicopter has started up. The meeting is over. If you have any more questions, you can go to our website, gofuckyourselves.org. We'll be happy to not answer any of your questions as we continue to kill your children. Your white people no longer matter. Your ancestors were sent out here to provoke the natives hundreds of years ago. That provocation happened. Sorry, took it too far. Took it too far. Every once in a while, it stops being comedy and it just turns into a crazy man on the side of the road. I get it. This close to the Port Authority, you know, you were right to question it. Is this guy just stumbling from a bus station? Or is this, his shirt appears to be iron? Is there anything scarier than that crazy guy with an iron shirt? It's like, oh my God, he just snapped. He was normal this morning. What the fuck just happened? And how many decades of shit is now coming out? And I'm just so scared. My life, I didn't have my gun. His shirt was iron. I mean, I was shaking like a fucking broken. So anyways, long ahead. So my big thing is right now is I've been trying to work on my temper. I haven't. I've been doing great. I've been doing a great job. My goal is to kick all of these fucking things off by the end of my set at some point. And I mean, my wife always gives me shit too. And I'm constantly picking up around the fucking house. Do I get credit for it? No. Why would I get credit? It's expected. It's expected. Not the bitch that gets a new fucking dress and I don't comment on it. All of a sudden, I'm the biggest fucking asshole ever. Can't believe you didn't fucking get it. Well, maybe it's because you have 5,000 of those fucking things and you can't tell the difference. Woo! Stop being mean! No, I've been working on my temper. Look, just because I say it here doesn't mean I say it at home. Alright? Fucking relax. You guys are judging me like half you aren't fucking lunatics. Living like sardines in this goddamn fucking city, you know? This is my couch, my futon, and my fucking counter. You used to armor your futon to cut up vegetables. I'm only paying $5,000 a month. Someday I'll be able to afford a place like this. Then I can hang up all my picture on the wall. So yeah, no, I've been trying to work on my temper, you know, because, you know, I got a kid now. I don't have an angry kid. That'd be the worst. Total failure as a parent, you know, kid walking around with fucking toys and bullshit. Cigarettes and shit. Can't have that on my resume. You know? I'm trying not to be over here because then the spotlight light goes into your fucking face, right? So right around here seems to be the sweet spot. All right. Look at that. They're people pleasers. Anyways.
Really boy!
Thank you. Thank you very much. And the ignorance will continue. So, shut up. up. God forbid I take a breath. The thing that I wanted to yell! I trace all of that back to being able to comment on every fucking video on the internet. What I have to say is important, even though I can't spell. You know what I was saying? It was almost English. So no, I've been trying everything to try, like, just, I'm a difficult person to live with, and I put my wife through a lot, so I've been really, trying everything. I tried meditating, I tried wearing sweaters for a while, Anything I could do to just sort of bring the energy down, Like my wife is just always saying, I just don't understand where that came from. You just go from 0 to 100. It's like, well, first of all, I idle at 75 miles an hour. All right, so it's not that big of a fucking leap to do that last 10%. I'm already thinking murderous thoughts for 90% of the people that I'm seeing, that wears on people. So I remember one night I went back to my hotel room, and I could tell I was wound up, and I had to call my wife. I was like, I just feel like I'm gonna get into it. They're like, what can I do? And there was this giant tub, so I actually considered taking a bath. Yeah, that's like some feminine shit. Women do that. They outlive us. They have a soak, drink a couple glasses of wine, get a nice warm bunch going, call up a friend. I'm ready to get back out there again, I'm so happy you're my friend. So I was like, I'm gonna try this shit. So I literally drew a bath, and I'm sitting there watching the water rise up. And I was about ready to get in, but at the last second, I couldn't do it. There's just no way as a man to take a bath and not think about killing yourself. There's just something about slipping into that coffin-shaped thing. It's like, what am I doing? I'm gonna slit my wrists? I'm a fucking guy. Take a shower, hose it off, block it out, go to work. Thursday night football. Just get to Thursday night football. Stick my toe in the faucet. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm supposed to hold it all in and then just fucking face plant some spaghetti. Like 63. That's how we go out. Your last words are, I'm fine! That's it. I'm not worried about you. Shut the fuck up! I'm fine! Stop blaming me! So my wife always says that. She says that to me all the time. She goes, I just don't understand. Where did that come from? And when she says that to me, it actually hurts my feelings. Because I feel like she's not listening to me. It's like, honey, how many childhood stories do I have to tell you before you connect them? You follow the breadcrumbs to the absolute lunatic that you married, Did you ever take a psychology class? I'm not that complex. Like, I'll tell you guys a childhood story. I'll tell you one of the funnier ones. All right? One time when I was like 6 years old, my older brother was like 8, and we were riding in the back seat of my dad's car, and we were laughing. We were excited because it was around Christmas, My dad just had this thing. He just didn't like joy, So he's driving the car. He's like, Jesus Christ, knock it off back there! Christ, you're giggling like a couple little schoolgirls. Christ, you don't straighten up, I'm gonna buy you a doll for Christmas. And then he did. I swear to God. He made us hold him up with my mother's taking pictures. I'm like, afterwards, I was the top pump. My dad's like, all right, come on now, it's over. All right. Humiliation's over. Let's have a festive time. And I'm up there wigging out like, shocked. Here's another gift for you, Billy. I'm like, is this a fucking dollhouse? Yeah. That was Christmas, and those were people that loved me. I just don't understand where this is coming from. I don't see a connection. So, no, I gotta work on this shit, you know. Yeah, makes your marriage tough. You know, I'm actually getting along great with my wife right now. Like the best I've gotten along in a long time. Because I'm basically doing everything that she says. It's the only way you're gonna be happy. Is you just have to do everything that they say. Which is fucked. Because that's allegedly everything they don't want you to do to them. But somehow, you know. Huh? I'm not whipped. I just want to keep my house. Alright? You want to be a tough guy? You want to fight every fight? You're going to go back to that futon cutting up your vegetables on the fucking arm. Look at me, huh? I don't take shit from no fucking bitch. Hand me that onion. Back to your eyes with your pillowcase. Yeah, I'm fucked. I'm not whipped. I'm fucked. Okay? It takes a mature man to know when he's beat. Alright? You're not supportive cunt. Good Lord. I am trying so hard to fucking be a better man. You can't do it. You know what? You're lashing out at me because you know I'm right. Because you feel it. You feel it in your relationship. You feel yourself getting painted into the corner, right? There's no way out. There's no way out. Putting on the football game. It's over. It's fucking over. A couple of years, you and I will just communicate through our eyes. Blinking SOS and shit, yes. So, yeah. It's kind of what it's been. So I've been like agreeing with her. Like, here's the thing about my wife. My wife is, she's really smart and she's a feminist. Rare combination. It's my favorite thing in the world. How do you not do it? They're so easy. They always take the bait. You don't even need any bait. They just fucking jump in the boat. Anything you say. Hey, guy, I'm so fucking offended. Shut up. Nobody gives a shit. Your fucking sense of entitlement. Just keep joining shit that guys created. You just don't want to work your way up. You want to come in at the top. I should get a corner office. What? Jesus fucking Christ. Just because you didn't shave your muff doesn't mean you deserve a corner office. This is a business. We're trying to make more money. We need a vision. We need a vision. Alright? There was a decent point made in there. Somewhere in there was a good point. I want to say it was a good point. This is why my wife never goes to my shows. Not sure. She goes once every 3 years because, you know, she clocks in time, you know? Anyways, so, yeah, she's like really smart. So when we get into arguments, like, she hits me with a lot of shit that, you know, I can't refute and everything. That's why I love it. You know what's the greatest thing ever? Is the mute button on your cell phone. Because this works for men or women. You get to say everything you want to say, get it out of you without the ramifications. So there's no resentment because it's like you said it and they don't listen to you anyway. So it's sort of the normal reaction. I do it all the time. I got to fight my wife the other day and I just hit the mute button. I'm like, that's because you don't fucking understand money! All right, listen, honey, there's assets and there's liabilities. Asset. So anyways, she hit me with this shit the other day. She said, you know something, from the middle argument, she just comes out of nowhere. She goes, you know something, Bill? If I said half the shit about men that you said about women, you would have left me years ago. And I just went, fair enough. I'm not gonna argue. She's right. That's the new me. I'm not fucking arguing. The old true statements. Hers gets a laugh, mine always gets a ha. Oh. Why is that? You know why. Because you can't tell your wife the truth. Never tell your wife the truth. You just tell them what they want to hear. Women can hit you with the truth, big bucket right in your face. You're just like your father! So, anyways. I know. I'm fighting off a cold. I'm extra douchey tonight, I know. So, anyways. So me and my wife have always gotten along great, believe it or not. And we were actually one of those couples that other people looked at like, oh man, you guys laugh all the time. This is fucking, we need to get back to that the way you guys are. And we were like that up until we had the kid, right? Then we had a kid, it's like you just stop focusing on each other. All you do is focus on the kid, and then you guys just start drifting apart. And like, we had some of the worst times. So I said to her, I was just like, we got to get back to the way we used to be. She's like, and we just realized that the number one thing we fought about, was the television. I told her she watches like the Real Housewives, which is so fucking depressing. I don't know how she's a feminist and she watches arguably the dumbest whores ever. And whenever you see them, I get so depressed, with the fucking makeup caked on, the circle tits, just desperately hanging on to the path. Every time I see one of those, what it reminds me of? Remember when Brett Favre played on the Vikings? That last season, it was just like, what are you doing? It's over, man. Just go get the fucking golden coat, get into the Hall of Fame. Remember that last hit he took? Just laying on the ground, looked like there was nobody in the clothes. I thought he got left behind or some shit. Like, there's no fucking way there's still a person in there. But I watch shit just as dumb as the Real Housewives. I'm watching fucking, I watch like sports talk radio. I don't listen to it, I actually watch it. Listen to some janitor going, I'll tell you right now, I'm really concerned about our middle of the day come this October. I'm saying, hey, this janitor is making a lot of sense. This guy who's never picked a gym class, I don't know why he's not working at a major league level. So I go, we gotta take some shit that we actually both are into, right? She's like, fine. So I go, why don't we take some documentaries? Documentaries are great. You learn something, you go to a party, you spew it out, people think you read, we're gonna get along better. You say things like constituents or some shit, those fucking words. So she goes, fine. So I start taking these documentaries. And the first one I taped was, I taped this Elvis documentary. Now I love Elvis because that guy fascinates me. Because he was like the first guy right as television came out, he was the first guy to ascend to this level of fame because of television that no one had ever gotten to before. So there was nobody to warn him about all the pitfalls, and he made every fucking mistake you could possibly make. Manager that steals from you. All right, I'll hire that guy. Bring him in, man. Bring him in. Hey, Elvis, stop making music and make some shitty movies. You got it, man. Fuck music. Fuck what got me here. Fucking start making movies. Married a minor. Started doing drugs. He got fat. He got an entourage. Died alone on a toilet. Kicked open all of those doors for the rest of us. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this documentary as a white dude. That's what I am. Right? Looking out my white head, just fucking watching this shit with my white information. Yeah, this makes sense to me. Right? Meanwhile, my wife is black. Alright? Now I hate saying that because, it makes me seem like I'm doing those stupid comparison jokes. A white guy sits in a chair, he does not, he just sits down. A black guy is all I hate those jokes because they always get a laugh. And then also, they're ignorant because it's not true. Because there really is no difference. There isn't. No. You didn't come here to learn something. No. Something ignorant is coming after us. Don't you ever give me an Oprah Winfrey applause break ever again. there is no difference because at the end of the day, it's a woman. It's going to be the same fight. We're not going anywhere. We're not connecting. You need to do this. You need to do that. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. There might be more head movement and hand gestures with different races of people, but possibly a pushing of your forehead with the index finger, whatever the fuck that is. At the end of the day, it's the same shit, right? So, anyway, so my wife sits down and she's watching this as a black person. She's watching this dude, and so she's seeing, look, even as white as I am, I'm seeing how obviously racist it was back then, okay? But I know I'm missing, there's a lot of subtle shit that I'm also missing, and the only reason why I know that I'm missing it is because I can keep hearing my wife like huffing and puffing next to me. And I'm just sitting there white as hell like, oh man, somebody did something. I don't know what just happened, but that was not right. So it just keeps getting worse and worse. She's huffing and puffing. I'm thinking, why the fuck would you take something about white people from the 1950s trying to get back in good graces with your wife, you dumb fuck? So I'm literally sitting there praying for the 1960s. Come on, 1970s. Please die on that toilet, you glittered fat fuck. Please! But they won't. They're just staying in the 50s because this is this heyday. And right when I thought it couldn't get any worse, all of a sudden this fucking guy comes on, and he's just talking about the whole production of it. Just going, well, basically, in the mid-50s, I was looking for a whiteboard that could take the down and dirty, nasty blues and combine it with the pristine, angelic sounds of bluegrass. Right? That's what he's doing. He kept suddenly putting black shit down here, and he kept propping white shit up. You know, I want to take the down and dirty, daddy not sticking around, drug-infested neighborhood blues with the pristine, Jesus as white as me, hair the color of the sun, angelic sounds of banjo playing bluegrass. At this point, my wife literally has like steam coming out of her ears. So I make a judgment call, and I shut it off. I said, fuck this, I just shut it off. She looks at me, she goes, why did you shut it off? Why did you just shut that off? I go, because you're about 3 minutes away from yelling at me like I produced that music. Right? Had nothing to do with it. And she's like, well, why couldn't we just sit here and discuss it? Why can't we watch it to the end and discuss it? It's just like, because we're going to get into an argument. She goes, why would we get into an argument? I was like, well, you know, nothing. There was some black people in there saying some shit that I didn't agree with, so, you know. Yeah, I said that. Like a fucking idiot. I was done. I shut off the tape. I cashed in my chips. I was going back to the room. I was a winner. Now I said, maybe I'll sit down and play one more hand. At the end, let's see those bullets. My wife just looks at me. Her eyes get all small. She just starts looking. She goes, like what black people? Like what black people? Like what black people that said what? You know, at that point, it's like you started the luge. You know, you can't get off the sled. You know, you gotta take it to the end. All right, fuck it. Like the black guy talking about the leg shaking stuff, saying white Elvis took leg shaking from us. I'm like, really, leg shaking? You know, nobody thought the fucking until black people came around. Little kids do that when they have to go to the bathroom. They're like, and I'll give that to you. Let's say black people came up with that, but where did that black guy learn how to do it? What, he saw an older black guy do it, but because they're the same color, that's considered carrying on the tradition? But if Elvis sees it, he likes it, he does it, then all of a sudden he's stealing? That's fucking bullshit. She's like, no, you idiot. He appropriated a culture. He took the music, he got all the glory, he got all the money, he got all the credit, and he never said shit about where it came from. And I was like, all right. Fair enough. It was like 7 really good, quick points that I get with you. I'll go along with it. She said, thank you. And then I went, however, not for nothing, do I get
you know? And they're like, hey man, stop appropriating my culture, man. Some dirty white kids from Santa Monica came up with that, man. Make sure you give them credit, man. So she laughed. And I'm a comedian. I can't stop there. I gotta go for the next lap. So I'm like, all right, I'm on a roll. She likes me again. I'm like, yeah, do I get mad at you when you go to the airport and you fly from LA to New York in like 6 hours? And she just looks at me, she's like, yeah, I know. She's like, what? Why was it fucked up? I'm back in the classroom. If black people enjoy the same level of freedom and privilege white people have historically, they would have had the time to figure out the flaw. How to fly, right? She goes, that's right. And I go, however, I go, your music would have suffered. You can't have my level of privilege walk around this cul-de-sac. Your music's gonna be okay. And still come up with the blues. It's not happening. That would all go out the window. Next thing you know, you're clapping on the downbeat. Right? James Brown is line dancing. All the pain is gone. Yeah, it's some Lawrence Welk shit. That's it. You can't do both. You can't have both. So in a way, thank God for white oppression. Look at all the great music that came out of it. You're such a fucking asshole. Well, I was a fucking asshole from day one, so you were dumb enough to marry me. What do you think? No, I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try to be a better person. Now, you guys understand that if I actually didn't have a temper, and I know a lot of people think I'm an angry guy. Like, I don't walk around angry. I just more snap. That's it. Like, everything's fine, and then I have to download something, and it doesn't work, and I'll call something, and I go, oh, what? If I could just stop doing that, like my wife would literally have nothing on me. She wouldn't, you know what I mean? I work my ass off, I make a great living, I like doing the dishes, I'm a great dad, I pick up around the house. You know? All she has on me is who I am as a person. That's it. All she has on me is overall vibe. That's it. I could just change who I was when she first met me. I could just become somebody else. I think it could go to the next level. So, anyways, this Me Too shit hasn't been helping our relationship either. It's starting to peter out though. Can't you feel it? I think they got everybody, you know? It started out, it was unbelievable. The people they were catching and what they were doing, you know what I mean? It was like guys taking their dicks out of work like, look at it! Look at it! Locking doors, jizzing on plants. Fucking lunatics! Who the fuck takes their dick out of work? Yeah! There was that one poor woman, she went into that director's trailer to hand him a script. She said he came running out, masturbating vigorously while holding a shrimp cocktail. You can't have that person in society. You just gotta take them out back, 2 behind here, that's it. And as much as I agree with that, I gotta tell you though, it was kind of funny that she felt the need to use the adjective vigorously after she said masturbating. He was masturbating vigorously. I remember thinking, as opposed to what? As far as I know, there's only one successful way to perform that act, and that would be vigorously. I don't know, is there a way to do it passively? Is that how Sting does it? Is that how he can flunk for like 4 hours? He just sort of fans to make his jump?
believe with all of them. You must believe all before the church was You have a penis. You shut the fuck up. You have a built-in microphone hanging from your body.
First time I heard that, I was just like, all of them? I'm trying to be a dick here, but there's some fucking, Fruit Loops out there on your side of the fence too, How about 89%? That's more than fair to say only 11% of women are out of their fucking minds and are vindictive enough to make up some shit. No? You guys really gonna fucking prove that? Fair assessment. 80%? I'll go with 80. 8 out of 10. All right, you're making sense. 2 out of 10. Yeah, might want to look into that. No? I know, I'm old school. You know what I miss? Evidence. Remember that? Remember you couldn't just say someone did something? Remember they got a trial? They didn't just get dragged out like, well, tonight I wanted to say something. When do I get to talk? You shut up, you have a dick and balls. You're obviously guilty. I like all the guys who tried to scamper over to the right side of the fence so they would get in trouble. My favorite thing is listening to the guy say, I'm a male feminist. My favorite fucking hero. Women, please tell me you're not falling for that. You know how full of shit we are. Are you really gonna fall for it? I'm a male feminist. It is impossible to be a man and be a feminist. You can't do it. You can have empathy, you can have sympathy, you can agree with it, but you can't be it. That's like me being like, I'm a Black Panther. Fight the power. And then I get to walk out of here, a blue-eyed white dude, and live that experience. Whenever guys say they're a male feminist, I always just think that it's got to be the most pathetic, limp dick way ever to try and get some pussy. You know what I mean? It's like the game you had when you were like 16 on your first date. Like, just agree with her, maybe she'll touch it. What's your favorite band? That is also my favorite band. Did I do it right? Will you touch it now? Please? No means no. That was another one, all inclusive. No means no. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. Listen, no means no. All right? But no, stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. That's not a no. That means I want to do it, but I'm afraid you're going to judge me, so I'm going to make it look like it was your idea so you don't realize I already performed this act with 40 other people. But then you go to trial and you get a bad read. Your Honor, she said no. Stop it. What are you doing? You're being so bad. You're like, she didn't have to say it like that. Your Honor, I would like another read of that plate. Here's something else that's fucking hilarious. You know what's funny is they act like being sexually assaulted also is this uniquely female experience. I'll tell you what's fucking hilarious about sexual assault. Let's listen to the funny side of sexual assault. Shall we get the round? I will tell you this. This is a true story. I actually got sexually assaulted in this business. To the letter of the law, was sexually assaulted in this business about a year and a half ago. Okay, by a woman. Yeah. And this is my story. I was doing a private gig. Private gigs in the fucking worst. You do a public gig, anybody can show up and rhymes what you can talk about. You do a private gig, it's like everybody in the crowd grew up on the same street. So what you talk about all has to land in their fucking neighborhood. all of a sudden you bomb. So when the first comic goes up, all the other comics do, they just sit and listen to hear what works. Like, okay, they like bread. Talk about bread. Whatever. Don't make fun of the truth. Okay, whatever. So the host goes up, and he's getting them, and blah, 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 blah. He brings up the first act. This woman, who really wasn't a comedian, more like a personality. She goes up, she's doing her thing. So I'm standing backstage because I'm next. I'm looking at my set list, trying to figure out what to talk about. She finishes her shit, the host goes back up, does a few more jokes, and she's walking off stage. And I'm standing there looking at my set list, and she just sauntered past me and just flicked me right in the head of my dick. And just continued walking. I swear to God. And I don't most people are like, oh, did you know this person? Was it a joke? Was she flirting with you? You know, what was going on? I was like, no, I didn't know this person at all. You know what? It wasn't any of that shit. You know, it was like a bully vibe. I swear to God, like she was trying to get in my head. Like she was walking by like, there you go, you little red dick. Follow that. Dude, I couldn't believe it. I fucking turned around and she was walking away. And the first thought in my head, I just wanted to punch her right in the back of her head. As hard as humanly possible. Like, literally watch her like leave her shoes and just go flying across the room. But then the other side of my brain's going, Bill, you can't do that. It's a woman. So my other side just starts spitballing. Like, but put her in the ass. She's getting away. I can't hear her. Can't hear her. She's a woman. Well, fucking tell somebody. Tell somebody. Dude, I can't tell somebody. I'm a guy. Nobody gives a shit what happens to us. I'm gonna walk up to another man and be like, she just flicked me in my pee-pee, and I didn't like it. No, sure, I didn't like it one bit. I didn't like it one bit at all. Any guy that said to me, really? I would have taken my dick and balls off here and let me fucking suck this up, Pop Sports Bar. So now I'm standing there, I'm waiting to go on stage. I'm so fucking mad, I'm shaking. The head of my dick is still stinging. I'm thinking about jokes about bread. Completely out of fucking sorts, right? And right as he goes to bring me up, she comes walking out. She's going out to the car service, right? And all of a sudden my brain starts firing up again, right? And said something I had never thought of in my life. She comes walking by, my brain just goes, do a flicker in the box. Do it. I'm like, I can't do it. She did it to you, equal rights. Take out that man in the bone. Do it, do it, do it. And it started making sense, but the last second I realized I had watched enough sports in my lifetime to realize that the ref 90% of the time only sees the retaliation. Right? They never saw the cross-check to your neck that led to the two-hander you gave them. No, they never see that. You skate to the box, like, oh, she flicked my dick. They fucking see that. So she goes out, I went on stage. I was so tempted to say what she just did because she was up there doing all this stuff about Trump grabbing pussies. You know, it was so fucking ironic, right? But I did it, you know. I went out there, I just did my bullshit, and then for like 3 days, I was so fucking mad. And it wasn't that she touched me. I didn't give a shit about that, right? When I was a kid, I had a paper route and I was an altar boy. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit better than flick the head of my dick over my jeans and underwear, you know? It wasn't that. It was that she tried to bully me. I just fucking hate bullies. So I'm driving around LA, and I'm just yelling all this shit in my car, fogging up my windshield, all this shit I didn't want to say, but she's a total sociopath. She doesn't give a shit, right? So after 3 days of this shit, people looking at me at red lights like I'm a lunatic, I got a headache. It finally dawned on me that, like, she was winning. Like, she's winning this shit, you know? It's 3 days later, she's probably flicked like 50 to 60 dicks since then. Here I am still thinking about it, like, I gotta let this shit go. So you know what I did? I went home, you know, I went to a quiet room, closed the door, I sat down, I meditated on it, and I just forgave her. What I did? I just pictured her as a little 5-year-old girl crying because her alcoholic dad wouldn't hug her. And she was going, I love you. He's like, I never wanted kids, get away from me. And then just walked through this swing door and face planted into this above ground pool. And he had this tool belt on. He just sunk really fast. She ran out and tried to grab his foot, but the boot came off. She just slowly brushed the bubbles. Just slowly brushed and drowned. And after that, I just felt like this weight just lifted off of my They do. Historically, if you look at it, they cause most of it. You know? I mean, we tried to keep them in the kitchens. You know? They didn't want to do it. Had to get out there in the real world, see what it was all about, didn't you? Had to go out and touch the hot stove. Well, welcome. This is a cold, cruel place. Somebody shook a dick in your face. Hey, welcome to the party. Did you think it was going to be nice? Anyways, moving on. I have came in to forget about my problem. Anyways, so I've been traveling a lot. Have you guys noticed since like 9/11 you have to borderline blow anybody that wears their fucking uniform? It's getting ridiculous. Started off with the troops, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Especially the way we treated them after Vietnam. You know? But then it just, it's like everybody with the uniform just like got behind them like a bike race and just started, you know? Now it's just like, how about a round of applause for these crossing guards, these heroes, putting the vest on one arm at a time, making sure the ducks get across. They're doing it for your freedom, you non-uniform wearing pieces of shit. You feel that? Like you're not worthy because you're not wearing like a fucking uniform? Meter maid, everybody? You ever notice that at all? No? I'm the only person that goes to sporting events. My favorite one was when first responders. I was at a game and they go, how about, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our first responders? I'm standing up, what the fuck is a first responder? And this drum corps comes out and shit with the flags. I'm like, what fucking branch of the service is that? Is that the Coast Guard? Is that the Foreign Legion? What the fuck is that? Someone goes, no, that's police and firemen. I was like, oh, Jesus. First responder? What the fuck does that mean? That's gotta be the most childish thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm a first responder. If something happens, I respond first. I'm the first to respond. Come on, tell him I was first. I was first. I'm a first responder. Dude, how the fuck is a fireman a first responder? It's like, dude, I fucking called you. Like you're sitting there in the lowest position down at the fucking firehouse. What are you sensing, Doug? What are you sensing? Stop stirring the chili, you fat fuck! You're sensing a fire! Do you realize with that, Matt, a plumber is a first responder? How about a round of applause for all our plumbers in uniform, snaking out the commodes, all of these heroes, they do it for your freedom. We would like to invite all plumbers in uniform to board next, please. All plumbers to board next, please. How about a round of applause for plumbers in uniform, those of you who aren't plumbers and don't wear a uniform, you stare at the all-weather carpet. By the way, how many more groups of people can board before group one? Fucking plane. Dude, it is such a scam. Anybody with a red t-shirt? Anybody named Tony? It's Tony Tuesday. Anybody named Tony? Gotta be Tony, can't be Anthony. We're working over here in Delta. There's literally people taking crutches out from 7th grade when they sprain their ankle. They're fucking like down to here. They're my foot got a boom in it. Fucking dead. This is my emotional parenting. I'm afraid to fly. And I have to get on first. Anytime there's turbulence, I don't know the beat. You feel better. Dude, the other day I was actually waiting to get on a plane, right? And I'm finally getting on it. There's a woman in front of me in a wheelchair. And I'm like, finally, somebody who fucking earned it, right? So they wheel her down that hallway, and they get to the plane, and then she just stands up. Just stands up like Jesus. Put her hand up, she's get up out of that chair. Get up out of that chair. Stands up, gets on the plane, not even limping. And I'm just standing there like, dude, what the fuck was that? How many sky miles does this person have that they gotta fucking ride up to the plane? Have you noticed when you go to a football game now, it's a combination like football game and like a war rally? It's really bizarre. You go there, let's watch some football. You know, then all of a sudden, you know, they bring out some troops, people injured and shit, you're getting all fucking emotional, then they play the Star Spangled Banner. By the time the Jets go over, you froth coming out of your mouth like, we'll blow this shit out! When we fight out, fucking give a shit! And it's like, man, the Ravens won the toss. You're supposed to just sit back down and, what are we doing here? Yeah, you're always introducing the troops now, ladies and gentlemen. We have one of our heroes here. Direct your attention. It's always right after you get your booze and your food. You sit down, you freak out a family of four, you're a little too drunk and aggressive. Hey, I see some fucking defense. Sorry, defense. Sorry, that person's sorry. I'm sorry. A little fucking hammer there. We win this international for one of the effing playoffs. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our heroes here. One of our heroes. Fuck. I gotta get back up. I can't stay seated. Everyone's gonna think I'm in ISIS, right? So now what do you gotta do? You gotta set down your food and your booze, make sure your pretzel doesn't touch that part of the concrete where that person's urine-soaked soles just went by. Then you stand up. There you go, buddy. What do you say there? Thank you for your service. I must have seen that done like 40 times. And every time you introduce one of the troops, they're always called a hero. One of our heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention. We have one of our heroes here. I don't want to be cynical, but the math just doesn't work out on that. Hero is a big word. You don't just throw that out there like you shoot free t-shirts into the crowd. It's like, this guy's a hero? Well, what did he do? We got a flat screen, giant thing. Like, let's see his fucking highlight reel. Was he on the front lines doing some Rambo shit? Get some, you motherfuckers! Don't you die on me! That's hero shit! You should get front row seats whenever you want, not just one time. However, if your job was you were a mechanic in the army, and you stayed at the bases and you worked on the Jeeps going, all right, try starting it now. Try starting it now. Are you turning it? Are you turning the key? What the fuck is this? Is it sand? Is it the water? Go fuck yourself. Sit in the upper deck with me. You know? Yeah. No, that's my shit. If you saw action, you're a hero. You get front row seats whenever the fuck you want. Like, take those guys who fly the fighter jets. Right? Think of the fucking balls that takes to fly one of those. First of all, how scary is it just to fly like commercials? You know? You hit a little turbulence, you start making noises you didn't think you could make. Like, it's sparking parakeets. Now imagine somebody shot a missile at your plane, and even if it missed, it's smart enough to be like, oh, no, you don't. You're like, fuck. Those people are heroes. However, if your job in the military was you were that guy who pointed in the direction the plane takes off in, like, the battlefield is that way. Turn it back, man. You want to hit it that way, just in case you were thinking of going that way. I'm here to let you know you want to go that way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our heroes here. He did Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 on 2 tours. He's got the most flexible handies in all the Navy. Yeah, dude, the Navy, by the way, that's the way to go. That's where you want to be. If there's ever a draft, you join the fucking Navy. Yeah, because the people who are fighting don't own a plane or a boat. It's the safest place you can be. Dude, there hasn't been any good naval battle footage since like World War II. When was the last time two destroyers pulled up next to each other and just unloaded? Fucking ocean is on fire in the middle. Even sharks are hanging back. Like, let's see how this sorts out, man. All you gotta do is stay on the fucking boat. What do you gotta worry about? Once every 8 months, a Somalian pirate comes over, little rubber raft. Got a giant gun coming on. G's you can take? Dude, I would last 3 revolutions before I'd be like, shut up! Shut up! I'd pass out. Puke all over me as it's slowing down. They wake me up, you're trying to play it off. How many G's was that? Yeah, you made it up to merry-go-round. Then don't become one of those frogmen. You know those lunatics, they swim in the ocean at night with like a pen light, like freaking out squids, popping their heads up, slitting somebody's throats, and coming back to the boat. What'd you do tonight?
It's classified.
All right, you fucking killed somebody. Land him on the boat. Just stretch it.
No, if there's ever a draft, I'm fucking, that's what I'm doing.
What are you doing on that boat, you old bald, Franklin piece of shit? I want to swap packs, sir! I want to stay as far away from the action as humanly possible, sir! I want to go back to the States, wear my uniform, lie about what I did over here, and get some sympathy, pussy, sir! Hey, here's another hero question. Why did you join? Fight for my freedom, defend your country, hero answer. Not a hero answer. Well, I fucking flunked everything in high school. Hated my hometown, give me a haircut, wanted to fuck a hooker in the Philippines. Thought you're headed for my best man. We have one of our heroes here. He didn't study in high school. He likes banging hookers in the South Pacific. Also not a hero answer. Avoiding a jail sentence. I met someone in my business did that. He got busted a long time ago robbing a liquor store. When he was getting sentenced, the judge was like, well, what do you want to do? You know, you want to go to jail 3 to 5 years trying not to get raped in a shower? Or do you want to become a Marine? He's just like, from the halls of Montezuma. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our heroes here. Dude, this highlight reel should have started with that liquor store fucking security footage. You just stand there, get on the ground, motherfucker, I'll blow your brains out. Within that moment, I realized I wanted to fight for my country. By the way, when is this whole war going to be over? Are you even allowed to ask? Anytime you ask, you don't support your troops, you fucking piece of shit! Just ask it! Ask that question. I don't know. Why gotta be enough? I can't act like I'm afraid of ISIS anymore. I just can't do it, you know? Every fucking night they try to scare the shit out of you. It's like they should have flashlights under their chin. They're everywhere. They talk to your children. They're on the internet. And you ever seen their YouTube videos? It's not even in HD. You know, it's like 3,500 jerk-offs in a jungle gym. They don't have uniforms. Am I really supposed to think that they're gonna topple this country? We're on the other side of the world. They don't have a plane or a boat. Like, I don't see how the fuck, even with a running start. There's always some overly patriotic person. I'll tell you how they're going to do it. They're going to get one of them jihad bicycles. They're going to ride up and over the North Pole. They ain't going to get cold because they got the devil in them. Then they're going to come down through Canada and then through fucking say anything. Right through hippie Seattle. It's like, and do what? Find the bar I'm day drinking in the middle of 6 million people out in LA. Do you realize the level of trick shot that would be? Listen, people, I don't have a business degree, but they have to kill themselves to kill us. That is not a long-term, sustainable plan. I know, you're supposed to be terrified, but dude, this country defeated the Germans and the Japanese at the same time. Think of the cars those two nations have produced. ISIS hasn't even come up with like a flip phone, a Game Boy. I would literally put half the rednecks in this country with whatever they have in their house up against a full-on invasion. If they could somehow get here. I like to see them try. I like, come on, you want my freedom? You come and get it. You come and get it. And just stick those people on the beach. They have their jean fucking cutoffs. They're wearing my fucking boots. Yeah. You know what I am worried about, though? Not ISIS. What I am worried about is robots. Yeah, because robots don't need a plane or a boat. They're already here. I saw a robot get interviewed on 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes! Dude, I would last like fucking 30 seconds on that show. Tell us about yourself, Bill. Well, I don't think if you didn't get shot at, I don't think you're a hero. Women cause sexual harassment because they left the kitchen and they just be wrapping up the cord. All right, I think this is about all. We got enough to take you out. Dude, this robot was just sitting there chilling, answering the questions, not getting overheated, just rattling it off. And in the end, the reporter goes, so tell us, he's like, what are your goals? And I was alone in a hotel room. I just leaned towards the TV. I was like, these fucking things have goals? And the robot goes, to become smarter than human beings. Yeah! And the reporter just blows by and he goes, okay, and what's your favorite color? Meanwhile, I'm like standing on the bed like, dude, unplug that fucking thing! Take the batteries out, pour some water down his back! Jesus Christ, how many sci-fi movies do you have to see before you realize where the fuck this is going? Some of the smartest people on the planet are all saying that those things are gonna kill us. Like that guy, who's that guy, really smart guy, recently died? He was always sitting in the chair. Right? Remember that guy? Lazy as hell, just fucking sitting there, had an attitude. Remember that guy? I'm so fucking glad that guy's dead. Look at you guys quoting. How much more did you want him to suffer? You don't believe in an afterlife? He's up there with the angels. His legs work. He's got an angelic blowjob. Jesus Christ. Dude, I couldn't hang with that guy for more than 10 minutes, dude. All that negative shit. He had nothing good to say. Hey, Steve, what's gonna happen in 5 years? In 5 years, there's gonna be no more apples. There's an asteroid headed right towards us. It's just like taking the brake off and just zooming his chair out. Yeah, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Wheel yourself back in when you got something nice to say. Something, anything. So anyways, all these smarties are all saying that these things are going to kill us, which I believed until a couple of years ago. I was here in New York, and I was looking either the Post or the Daily News, and I was flipping through, and I saw this article, which totally changed my mind. Like, I actually don't think the robots are going to kill us. But in order to give you my theory, I have to take you back in time to the deep, dark, sordid history of the blow-up doll. Okay? Now, for you young people out there, if you're not aware of this, you know, with your virtual reality glasses, your internet porn, whatever it is you guys do, right? Back in the day, okay, there used to be this thing called a blow-up doll. It was basically sort of like a rubber person. It was just for somebody who just wanted to have sex with somebody else, but nobody wanted to have sex with them, and, you know, they weren't strong enough to hold anybody down, so you had to go somewhere. You had to go somewhere. God bless you for laughing at that one. Is he advocating rape? No! It's a fucking joke. So, you had to fucking, this is the thing, you had to go down, you had to get this fucking thing. There wasn't any Amazon, you could just order it. UPS guy shows up, he doesn't know what's in the box. You're standing there like Tom Hanks. Oh, what a lovely day. I'll take that, just gonna hang with the wife and kids. Right? You had to go down and you had to go fucking get it. You had to plot it out. What porn store were you gonna go? How far away was it from your house? I gotta park behind it. I gotta take a fucking sick day. Tuesday. 11 a.m., right before the lunch hour rush. You fucking drive down there, you get behind it, your heart's fucking racing, you gotta psych yourself up. I'm not fucking hurting anybody, this is just an urge, I'm allowed to be happy. Looking in the rearview mirror, just get in there, fucking get it done. Stormed in. You walk in, there was just too many lunchtime perverts there already, and you got all psyched out. So you grab a bunch of videos to make it look just like, you had to make it look like an impulse buy. Because all the creepy shit was behind the counter. It was just all body parts, like the serial killer selection. It was just heads and asses, a foot, you know. Fucking handheld vagina, all of this shit. And you're just walking up there, just holding it. Stay steady, just set them. All right, sir, will that be all? Yeah, maybe that thing down there with the surprised look on his face. Maybe I'd like to take a shot at that. No need Coming home with this guy right here, right? And then you got it, and you got back out to your car, and you were excited, but you hated yourself. Like, this is awesome! What the fuck's wrong with me? Fuck it! And you drove home. And you got into your apartment, and you started blowing it up, trying to do it quietly. So none of the neighbors could hear. You're getting all lightheaded. And just watching this thing slowly come into life, just... And you wrap those rubber legs around you. And God forbid your roommate came walking in and you got caught. He's fucking a blow-up doll! Dude, your life was over. You had like 7 seconds to somehow get your mom on the phone. Just be like, Mom, I love you. People are gonna say a lot of shit about me. It's not true. I gotta go to Alaska. I'm so fucking sorry. You're never gonna see me again. Click. It was over. You packed up your Subaru brat and you went to fucking Alaska. And that's why to this day, there's 8 men for every 2 women in that state. Because that state is littered with people that got caught fucking shit they shouldn't have been fucking. So now, fast forward to 2016, I'm here in New York, and I'm flipping through this news magazine, right? Newspaper, whatever the fuck you call it. And I come across this article that shows this robot, okay? That for $10,000 you pay for this thing, you can have sex with it. Now notice, 5 minutes ago when I brought up the blow-up doll, I just said the history of the blow-up doll. That's not a joke. But the second you heard blow-up doll, everybody laughed. Like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Who would do such a thing? 5 minutes later, I said a robot you can have sex with. Dead silence. As if everyone in here was like, wow. What does it look like? I'll tell you this, it still looks like a dead body, but it looks way better than the blow-up doll, right? Because everything progressively just keeps getting better. You see where I'm going with this? Like, think about it. Think when the first cars came out, you had to walk out front, fucking, do this shit almost, trying to get it going, When airbags first came out, they just had one for the driver. My family! Oh my God! Oh my God! Why would you just save me? Right? And then eventually they got airbags for everybody. Right? Everything gets better. These robot dolls, there's no difference. These things are just going to keep getting better and better and better and better. And these fucking nerds are not going to be making like 5s and 6s, the girl next door that your mom likes. Like a nice girl you can settle down with. They're going to make fucking 10s. Sports Illustrated, swimsuit models, Victoria's Secret models, and these chicks will actually be 11s. For the simple fact they'll actually fuck you. That's what's going to take it to the next level. You're going to come home to a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model in a fucking bikini, and she's going to laugh at all your jokes. She's going to watch the game with you. It doesn't get any better than this. Yes, it does. It's going to go out in the kitchen and make you a fun cake. There's not a human woman in here that's going to be able to compete with that. And once you fuck a robot, she's not going to be able to go back to a real woman with all her hopes and her needs and her dreams. You're going to walk in, she's going to be like, where's this relationship going? I don't know what's going on. You're like, how do I shut this fucking thing off? Why isn't this thing blowing me right now? I've clearly entered the room. Like, your ego's gonna be like a dictator level, like, me and my man kids have arrived! Service me! Yeah, and after a while, no guys will be banging human women, then women will be lonely, so we'll have to make something for you, right? Whatever your dream guy is, I don't pretend to understand women, whatever the fuck you're looking for, right? Some Brad Pitt looking robot doll, right, with a dick down to the floor. You come home and tells you you look younger than you did yesterday. Holds both your hands when you tell a story. Opens a bottle of wine at 12 noon. It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. Right? That's it. They're going to fuck us into extinction. Because at that point, the only people left having sex with other human beings will be hipsters and the homeless, right? Hipsters love the old shit, you know, cassette tapes, frisbees, dressing like a cobbler, whatever the fuck it is they're doing. But even a homeless guy after 5 to 6 years will be able to pull some old broken down one-legged model out of the fucking garbage bin. I think he'll just be laying there like, I don't think you smell that bad. This is my favorite bridge. Can I push your shopping cart? Yeah, they're gonna fuck us into extinction. That's what's gonna happen. We're all gonna fucking go away, and in the end, the last group of people left to fight them off is just gonna be an entire generation of hipster spawn, and they're gonna go to war, ironically, growing Civil War beards and dressing up like Star Wars action figures, and they're gonna get fucking annihilated. And then some liberal robot will talk the other robots into saving the last 30, and we'll just be sitting there in the zoo. As they come by looking at us, I love the way they cross their legs. I know. But it's the process of spending many hours alone in hotel rooms. All right, before I get out of here, I know I've gone a little bit longer, but it's Madison Square Garden. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, this is incredible to be here. Really incredible. So anyways, the last time I did stand-up at a big show here in New York, last time, the big thing that changed my life is I became a dad. Yes. Yep, and you're applauding my wife because she did all the work. You know? Getting your wife pregnant's easy. You know what I mean? You just pitch a complete game. You know? The manager comes out in the 7th, I got my stuff. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna close this one out. But then they do all the fucking work, which is funny to me because I just kept saying, you know, my wife's pregnant. These people kept correcting me out in LA, going, excuse me, you're supposed to say we're pregnant? You're supposed to say we're pregnant? It's like, sweetheart, I'm not a fucking seahorse, all right? I'm not pregnant. Look at my wife. She's miserable. Her feet are swollen. She can't get comfortable. That's pregnant. She's fucking miserable. I feel great. Doing pull-ups, crushing it. High protein, low carb diet, killing it. Dropping weight during her pregnancy. Why are you trying to give me credit? So anyways, the only thing that sucked was we had to get rid of my dog before my wife gave birth. Yeah, it sucked. But, you know, I had a crazy dog. I had a pit bull. It was a fucking lunatic. I spent tens of thousands of dollars trying to fucking rehab this thing. And as my trainer eventually said, you know, this is just one of these dogs nature said no to, but people said yes. They just kept feeding it. You know? Yeah, I know. People love fucking dogs. I mean, this is what it was like. We were in denial. We would have company coming over, and we would literally have to put the dog in the back room. And the entire time company was there, the dog would be like, "I'll fucking kill all you motherfuckers! Fucking nose under the door. I can smell you. I know where you live. I can recognize your face. I'm fucking 5 miles away." And we were like, "It's just a little, you know, nervous." So all of a sudden, my wife was like 8 months pregnant, and this is just, I'm just thinking, like, I just want to be this guy in the fucking news. You know? Being like, well, the dog liked us, so I figured why not let it sleep under the bassinet? And you can imagine my surprise. I was not going to be that guy in the news whose rescue dog ate his fucking baby. Okay? So me and my wife had this conversation. We got a painful conversation. Sometimes you can't be here. You got to be up here, right? You got to be using your head rather than your heart. So we come up with this idea we have to get the dog a new home. And thank God my trainer agreed to take her because she's a 10-year-old pit bull that's human aggressive, meaning she tries to kill people that usually don't find homes. No one wants to bring that in. So he says, I'll be back in a week. So I say, fine. So it would just amaze me after that emotionally how both me and my wife handled it because both of us were sad. So the first night, I'm sitting on the bed, I'm looking at the dog, I call her up and I'm petting her or whatever. My wife goes to the bathroom to get ready to go to bed. She's brushing her teeth, and she closes the door, and I hear her in there, and she's quietly crying, right? I just hear her like,
was sitting on the bed, and I'm ashamed to admit this, but I immediately got mad. I didn't say anything to her, it was inside. I was actually mad at my wife. Like, why the fuck is she having the proper emotion in this moment? Why isn't she burying it, acting like it's not gonna fucking happen for a week, so why fucking think about it and just act normal until the shit goes down? Why can't you do it? I'm gonna, but I didn't say anything, right? I just sat there. And that's how it went for the whole week. Every night she'd cry a little louder. Every night I get a little more fucking angry, right? Until the final night she's just like, couldn't understand what the fuck she was doing. So the next morning, the moment of truth comes and the fucking guy's coming up the walk. My wife had cried herself into acceptance and all my emotions were still at the starting line, unbeknownst to me. So she knocks on, the guy knocks on the door and she goes, okay, he's here, go get your dog. And I go, okay, hey, Cleo. And she popped her head up and started wagging her tail like we were gonna take her for a ride. And 8 years of unconditional love all just came up at once and I was like, oh fuck, not now! Not now! So I just pushed it down. And I just walked over like this psycho game show host, like, hey, how are you? I'm smiling even though I'm not happy. I'm like a politician that got caught with a dead hooker. Now I'm going for a left foot, right foot. I just walked over. I handed the leash to the guy. Didn't even look at the dog. Just pet her on top of the head and just turned around and walked away from loving something that I loved more than anything in my life. Up until that point, don't tell my wife, right? So I go back to the house, and my wife knows I'm out of my fucking mind. So I'm walking by, she's like, is everything okay? Are you all right? You want to talk about it? I'm like, no, sometimes you gotta think up here, you feel it in your heart. I'm just gonna go into the bathroom for a second. And I walked in the bathroom, and I closed the door, and for 0.8 seconds, cried like a little boy before I put the lid back on the jar and added it to the shelf of anger that sits in every man's chest. And I couldn't help but wonder in that moment, who that I love in my life is going to pay for that in the future? Where am I going to be? A picnic? A family reunion? Bed Bath & Beyond? How many fucking titles do we need? Jesus Christ, it's a sickness with you! Where is this coming from? Oh, we gave a dog away 10 years ago. I never cried about it. Is everybody looking at us? Want me to pretend like I'm not with you? Hey, fuck you, lady! See you at the car. Love you. Love you guys. You're so awesome. Thank you so much.